What if I told you that some of the most chilling events in human history were never solved? Murders with no murderer, disappearances with no explanation, and signs so bizarre that even modern science can't fully explain them. For centuries, humanity has searched for answers, but some mysteries just refuse to die. Tonight, we dive deep into the shadows of time, where truth and terror meet. These are the 5 creepiest unsolved mysteries in history. It's 1959. In the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains, 9 experienced hikers set out on what was supposed to be an adventurous expedition. They never returned. Weeks later, rescue teams discovered their campsite ripped open from the inside. The hikers' bodies were scattered across the snow, some half-dressed, others barefoot, as if fleeing in panic. Their tents were torn apart from within. Their skin was discolored, with traces of radiation, and some had their eyes and tongues missing. The official report said, "Compelling natural force." But what kind of natural force makes trained hikers run barefoot into a blizzard at night with no sign of struggle? Some believe it was a military experiment gone wrong. Others blame an avalanche, hypothermia, or even extraterrestrials. To this day, no one knows what truly happened on that frozen night in Dyatlov Pass. A mystery buried under snow and fear. December 1872. A British ship, the Dei Gratia, drifts across the Atlantic. The crew spots another vessel sails intact, gently rocking on the waves. It's the Mary Celeste. But something's wrong. When they board it, the ship is completely deserted. No crew. No captain. The cargo untouched. The meals still on the table. Even the lifeboat is missing. Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, and his daughter were gone, vanished into thin air. There were no signs of violence or struggle. The logbook stopped abruptly. Was it pirates? Mutiny? A sudden storm? Or something far stranger? Over the years, countless theories have surfaced, from underwater earthquakes to sea monsters. But none explain how an entire crew could disappear without a trace. The Mary Celeste became known as the ghost ship, eternally adrift in mystery. What do you think? If you found a ship like that completely empty, would you dare step aboard? America's first mystery begins in 1587. A group of English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. They built homes, planted crops, and began a new life. Their leader, John White, sailed back to England for supplies, but war delayed his return. When he finally came back, 3 years later, the colony was gone. Every house, every fence vanished. No bodies, no signs of struggle. Only one clue, carved into a tree. See Roatan. Historians have spent centuries trying to decode that word. Was it the name of a nearby island? A tribe they joined? Or something else, something darker? Some say they integrated peacefully with local tribes. Others whisper of starvation or massacres. But no trace of their bodies, belongings, or graves was ever found. Roanoke remains America's oldest unsolved disappearance, an entire colony swallowed by time. In 1912, an antique book dealer named Wilfred Voynich purchased a strange, handwritten manuscript from an old Italian monastery. The book was filled with bizarre illustrations, unknown plants, strange symbols, and naked women floating in green pools. Its language? Completely indecipherable. Cryptographers, linguists, even CIA codebreakers have spent decades trying to decode it. Every test shows that it's written in a structured language, but one that doesn't exist anywhere on Earth. Some believe it's a lost code from the Middle Ages. Others think it's an alien text, or even an elaborate hoax. Yet, carbon dating proves it was written in the early 1400s, so someone, somewhere, created it centuries before modern codes existed. The Voynich Manuscript sits today in Yale University's library, still unread. Its pages whispering secrets in a language no one understands. Australia, 1948. A man's body is found on Somerton Beach, perfectly dressed in a suit and tie. No ID. No name. All the tags on his clothes have been removed. In his pocket, a single scrap of paper torn from a book with two Persian words, Tam Im Shud, meaning it is finished. Investigators searched for clues and found a copy of a rare poetry book in a nearby car with the same torn page missing. Inside were strange handwritten codes, never deciphered. No one ever identified the man. No family came forward. No cause of death was found. It was as if he had simply appeared and vanished again without ever existing. Was he a spy? A lover? Or something far stranger? To this day, the case of the Somerton Man remains one of the world's most haunting unsolved mysteries. From the frozen mountains of Russia to the empty oceans, from vanished colonies to coded manuscripts, and dead men with no past history is full of riddles that refuse to be solved. Each one a reminder that even in a world of technology and truth, there are still places where reason stops and mystery begins. So maybe the real question isn't what happened, but why do some truths never want to be found? What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more.